just hot today. I'll be blind tomorrow. I'm ready.
I'm gonna try and rush through everything very fast. Just talk super fast.
Oh, like those Telemundo casters. Let me going super fast. Telemundo.
With the exception for when they say super Salvador. So ignorant.
It just comes in super fast afterwards. I need to learn another language. Oh.
When Masai was younger, Greg's mother spoke Spanish to her. Masai was 3 years old. She put her hands on her hips and she looked at her grandmother in the face and she said,
I got you.
and that was her
I
Spanish.
speak a language. I got you on your language.
All right, who are you this week?
I'm Prince Harry.
Then that must mean I'm Meghan Markle.
Come on. And we are Add Joy.
Where life plus joy equals satisfaction.
So explain why we're the people we are when we explain what we are doing today. We're very excited. We have a new season. New season. We need a new season little sound. New season. New season. New season. New season. Ow. Ow. New season. New season. Got that new. New season. Got that new. New season for you new. Ah! Woo! Through the way.
New season.
New season. We just came out of our season of security and confidence, which was totally awesome. And it really leads to our next season, which is pride and gratification. Marty. Tell me what it means. We had a whole discussion about
I don't ever want you
people.
to do that again.
Listen, I'm going to pronounce your name differently every time. Because if people can't get Marty, I'm sorry. So, Marty, would you like to please? Marty.
My D. My D is
Madi.
my D. All of that.
Moldy. Would you like to please tell us what pride and gratification mean?
Pride and gratification, it is a feeling of deep pleasure or satisfaction derived from one's own accomplishments and successes.
I love it.
Yes. So, like we've done in previous seasons, we have had something that we have done in every season.
I'm blocking my shirt. Merch alert.
Something we've done in every single season that has been new. So in this one, we are going to give you every episode a list of things that you can do that make you feel grown and proud.
Instead of just grown.
Instead of just grown.
'Cause that's whack.
And they're very simple things. Y'all, it doesn't take much to feel proud of yourself. It really doesn't.
Come on and get there.
I mean, you just being consistent.
Come on. Look, you know how little kids will draw like a circle and want to look like a circle.
Mommy, look.
And they be like, if you don't put this up, I want it up.
Mm-hmm.
I want the world to see. Do you see what I did right here?
Mm-hmm.
Masterpiece. We need to do that as adults.
That is what we need to do as adults.
We
Yes.
do. We need to celebrate.
So a couple of things that you can do that will make you feel grown and proud.
Grown and proud. Oh, something that I do all the time, whether I'm going or not, is plan a trip. studies show that people get the most satisfaction out of a trip before they actually travel. Did you know that? That's crazy. Before they even actually
Get
travel.
excited
It's
about
the
it.
anticipation, right?
Yeah.
People derive the most joy from the anticipation of the upcoming vacation and the feeling of accomplishment you get from planning your trip. So do that. Just plan some trips. I do it all the time. I'm not going.
Even if it's years in advance, even if it never gets actual.
I love to just do it. I go through.
idea.
I plan at different levels. Like this is if I'm just balling out. This is if I'm just gonna be on a budget. This is if I'm going with my girls. This if I go with a boo. I do like a whole
Which one?
plan out.
So I'm joking. This is
You know, she flatters me.
I'm talking about myself. Huh?
All right, she flatters. You're my boo. You're,
No.
Is that the boo
The
you're
boo,
talking
I'm the
about?
boo.
Is you're the boo I'm going on
Me.
these trips with? Which vacation am I going with?
This
I'm
boo?
your boo. Right. Yeah.
This is a good one. This is one I rarely do. So I rarely get pride from this. Deep clean your home.
Ooh.
No, but that deep clean, y'all. I'm not just talking about straightening up and putting things in other place just enough away that they're not seen. I'm talking about like the floorboards.
Baby, that'll do it.
I am talking about that you go around with a wet rag and get the dust off of everything. I'm talking about that you get the steamer on your sofas.
Do you know? Oh my gosh. Cleaning your room before you go to sleep at night actually
Ooh,
helps
yeah.
with your ability to
Yeah.
rest. And it's not just because, oh, the clutter. It's because of the pride. It's a gratification. It's a gratifying feeling to be like, I did this last bit of self-care.
Yeah, it's so
You
satisfying.
know, it's so satisfying.
It feels so good. Oof. Ooh, I got excited thinking about
Okay,
it.
just thinking about it.
I'm
I
not
did
going
my
to go do
bathroom
it,
like-
but
Well, do one thing at a time.
Yeah.
You were mentioning that, or we're going to mention that 30-day challenge. That helps you space it out, so you're not just overwhelmed by looking at the house like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I started with the master bath this weekend. When I tell you, I'm talking about the baseboards.
yeah. I'll post a
Wanna
link
sit in
to a
there.
30-day challenge and you let me know if you accomplished it. And I'll let you know whenever I accomplish it in the year 2059.
If we do that challenge and just clean our homes from top to bottom,
Oh my God.
I don't know. I mean, we're gonna have to celebrate big.
Oh my God.
The reward is gonna be,
And nobody can come over
Yeah.
for several years.
They can come. They can look inside though, so they can see.
It can be
They can see what I've done. Don't be coming here. You'll be mad at everything they do. Did you cough? Because
you know that deep
I
clean when
had
you
purified
follow
the air.
after the people who live in the home. Like, don't put that. No, you take that.
I
Take
do
that with
now.
you. Don't you?
I do that now, and the house dirty.
So ignorant.
Is there, you put that right? Sure do. Sell your stuff. There's nothing more rewarding than unloading your stuff, but selling your stuff, right, takes it to another level of pride. One, you can congratulate yourself on your savvy selling tips and make a few bucks. And really, a lot of the reason why we don't get rid of clutter is because we think, oh, I'm just wasting money. I found a thing the other week of like swimsuits. They have tags on them.
Isn't that crazy?
And I just bought them for various things. I could tell what kind of confidence I was in at the time I was buying them. It was like kind of shapewear-ish and stuff like that. But, I've let that go because now I just be letting my stomach just pop. I just let these thighs do what they do.
Okay.
So now I have these swimsuits for people who worry about that. And I was like, do I give these away? I need to set up a little online store. These days it's really easy. You snap
Yeah,
a
for
picture,
real.
somebody wants that, even if it's just a couple of dollars. And it, then you get rid of that feeling like I'm wasting money.
Yeah.
But knowing that it is going to someone who's actually going to use it really deserves a pat on the back.
I cannot explain the way my closet is full right now. I could literally go 365 days and never
Without
wear the
repeating.
same outfit
How
twice.
dare I get new anything?
Anything. Anything.
How dare
And there are
I?
things that I've not even considered wearing in
Listen,
years.
I could enter just a t-shirt challenge. Just that.
I'm going to do this.
I could just do
I'm going to
t-shirt.
do this right here. This is going to make me proud.
It's stuff I have not even worn. So absolutely sell your stuff. So today we're going to deep dive into the concepts of pride and gratification and how they contribute to our overall sense of joy.
Yes. Pride and gratification are two powerful emotions that play a significant role in our lives. They often go hand in hand. And when experienced in a healthy way,
Healthy.
because we're going to talk about it in an
Okay.
upcoming episode, in a healthy way, they can lead to a profound sense of joy and satisfaction. So, Kanika, could
That's
you
me.
explain?
Harry. I'm Prince Harry.
So, Harry, could you
Hello.
explain the psychological underpinnings of pride and how it contributes to our joy?
So I feel like this is going to sound really oxymoronic, but we've given pride a lot of shame over the years. We've shamed pride, right? When pride really is a
From
healthy
biblical
and usual,
days.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be proud. False. Right? It is a complex emotion that arises when we achieve something meaningful, or when we just uphold our values and standards. Baby, when you uphold a standard, that thing feels good, even when you do something you didn't really want to do, something you kept yourself from something you really want to do, but your standard kept on doing like this. But you said there's a standard, and so then you went ahead and upheld it.
Are you talking to me?
I think
Are
I'm
you
talking to myself.
are you-
I don't know. I think I'm talking to.
Are you talking to me?
I feel like a lot of people are.
Because I feel like you're talking to me.
I feel like a lot of people might be
In
thinking I'm
this
talking to
season,
them.
I
In
feel
this
like you
season,
talking to
right
me.
here. Listen, when you uphold that standard and your own value, baby, that thing feels good.
It does.
And it is closely linked to a sense of accomplishment and self-worth. So when we feel proud of ourselves, it is literally, that's the reinforcement. It is emotional reward for our efforts. And if you think about it, it works on little children, right? Just them being proud, they don't really need anything else. Sometimes it's the gold star. That's the reward.
No, that's
I
real.
I just feel proud, that I've accomplished that, right? So this, the sense of pride can contribute to our joy, because remember we're trying to improve our joy by boosting our overall self-esteem, and it provides this positive feedback loop, right? We're doing these things that we set out to do, and then we're proud of those accomplishments, and on and on. So it really motivates you to pursue those goals, because you're not just pursuing them just for stuffs and giggles. It is actually amplifying your sense of happiness because you have reached that level of gratification.
Yeah. So now let's consider this in the context of a real lived experience. As we were planning this, I was thinking about what is something that I'm really proud of. I'm proud of a lot of things in my life. I am incredibly proud of my career for a number of reasons. I did not set out to be in education. I didn't grow up wanting to be a teacher. What? I don't even know how I landed in this. I think I had a friend who was like, you're really good with kids. You should consider this. And I was like, okay, this is just what I'm gonna do. And then of course I got pregnant right out of college, and so I was like, oh, I have to go into the real world. Like right now, I have to do this thing. And so I got into teaching, and immediately realized that, oh no, I'm pretty good at this thing. And I did it for 17 years, gladly, in the classroom, and I loved my kids and I loved what I did. But in the past 6 or 7 years, I came out of the classroom and I got a series of promotions, like back to back to back. So in the last, I think it's something like, in 7 years, I've received like 4 promotions.
Woo woo.
And whoop whoop. And so I'm really proud of that. That's something that I look at and I say, yeah, no, I did that. That wasn't an issue of like who I knew, or of course there are elements of that, right? But you can't get into a position and you just not do well and you just keep getting promoted. So that really said something to me, like, oh no, you're onto something. You actually know how to do this well. And so I'm very proud of the jobs that I have done, and done well. But I also don't consider it as just my accomplishment. I feel like it's something that belongs to my students who taught me how to be better in my career. I feel like it's something that belongs to every teacher that I've worked with and grown from. This was a group effort, my friends that rallied behind me, that told me to go out for positions I thought I couldn't even get. So, I just think that that's one of the things that we have to consider when we have true pride. Pride translates to an immense joy that gets shared with all those contributors to your success, right? It's not just something that I get to have alone. Now everybody gets to celebrate this because they were along for the journey. This was a journey. My career has been 25 years in the making, right? So standing where I stand, I'm on the shoulders of other people who also get to be proud with me.
I love it. How can it be 25 years when you're only 32? I mean,
So
you
I
were
was
like 7.
six and a half
that's
when
so
I first
dope.
applied to teach.
Wow, you really were that talented for you to only have been 6 and
You
gotten the
see?
job. That's amazing, girl.
Mm.
Wow.
I was 6 teaching kindergartners.
I mean, as long as they were younger than you, you were still senior in the classroom. But yes, that lovely example really shows us how pride in our achievements, lead not only to just our personal joy, but it's a joy that's shared, by other people. The community got a chance to participate in that joy with you. So
Yeah.
let's talk about gratification. How does it differ from pride? How does gratification itself contribute to our overall sense of joy?
Yes. So gratification, we talk here at Add Joy about life plus joy equals satisfaction. Gratification is very closely aligned to satisfaction. It's the feeling we get when we experience contentment and fulfillment, often from aligning our actions with our values and desires. Let me tell you something. When you stand on a thing, when you stand on something over time, when you believe in a particular thing, and then you see the fruit of that, that is what gratification is. It's not typically something that you're going to get quickly. It's something that comes from some effort, some work that you've put in over time, right? Pride is more linked to specific achievements.
Right.
Gratification is about the journey and the process.
I love that.
Listen, y'all, because we often, I don't know if that was you I was talking to. I was talking to somebody about raising our children and how we don't let them see us struggle enough. Yeah.
We've talked about that.
Yeah. And how they then don't get to learn the lesson of how I arrived here, right? Because we don't let them see us paying the bills or struggling to pay the bills or whatever it was. We just let them see, oh, mommy's just really good at what she does. Daddy is just really amazing in his job. No, this was a process. And if they never learn about the process, then they never get to appreciate their own gratification, right? So it's something that you almost have to bless others with. Tell the story of the journey.
Yeah.
Tell the story of the process. That you didn't just wake up one day and this was gifted
and have
to you.
stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
You didn't just walk
Right.
up on it.
Right.
Yeah. You worked for it.
You worked for it. You worked hard for it. And when we engage in activities that align with our core values and bring us a sense of meaning and purpose, we experience gratification. That standard that you talked about. Hold on to a standard when it's tough. Hold on to a standard when actually lacking the standard would be easier. And then you see that thing manifest itself in.
You talking about now that you have unlocked joy. You have pride and gratification your way right into joy doing that. What? See that thing manifest? That thing you were going to throw away?
You see what I'm talking about? So it's like a deep-seated joy that arises from living in accordance with your truest self.
But you gotta be in that true self now.
You got to be in that truth. Even when you got to be 10 toes down, even when
You
it's
do.
uncomfortable.
So pride has to do with those external achievements. Those things are important. You
Yeah.
know, absolutely. But gratification is about that internal alignment, right? It's about that personal fulfillment.
So, for you, in considering your academic career, I mean, we know that you've experienced gratification through the process of becoming the expert in your field. So, share a moment where the journey itself brought you a deep sense of joy and gratification.
That's every day. No, it really it does. For me, the teaching is it's something because that's what we're talking about here. It's aligned with the values, right? Like me walking into the classroom specifically in an HBCU, I'll be honest, right? I may not have the same feeling in a different school, but specifically walking into that classroom at an HBCU and watching students go from kind of one level to another level and knowing I impacted that thing fills me with pride. And I guess, my recent moments, they happen often. And one time, you were with me, but seeing past students and them saying, not only did you have an impact on me, but they say something specific. I went to graduate school in this because of, or I decided to pursue this, or even personally, I walked away from this relationship because I realized it was abusive in your class. What? You know what I mean? Like you did? Yes, you did a whole talk on it. And I was like, oh, I think I might be in a bad place. And then you gave a whole list of things to do. I went ahead and did those things. What? Yes. I have, and even though that sounds like those are the accomplishments of others, right? I'm counting those as my accomplishments.
Of course.
I'm counting those every time that somebody who's comes through my classroom and does something amazing, whatever the amazing is for them, however they're defining amazing, right? I'm going to count that, as an accomplishment for myself. And that is outstandingly gratifying. And both of us being in education, listen, teaching isn't gratifying every day. Let's say it. Come on.
I'm going to look you dead in your face.
Come on. That reward is not daily.
It does not come on that day.
People think it is. Every time you walk in the classroom and those little faces.
Now, for some people, I don't know who those people are, but I am saying it is incredibly difficult. I mean, think of the day you had today where some joker just rolls up in her classroom.
I was like, do we have any security here? Oh. Or being a college student and I'm dealing with like helicopter moms and stuff. I'm like, oh, hi, I can't talk to you because your child's grown. But yes, we have all of those moments. And there's something though that we see beyond that, right? We see beyond just the like, you want me to write out what?
That's real.
You want me to write out what lessons? You want me to what? We look beyond those moments, and really settle in on how gratifying and and the pride. And if you're not careful, that's good too. You got to stop and do this every once in a while. If you don't stop and do this with your job, parenting, the relationship you're in, if you don't stop and give yourself a couple of flowers along that way,
and consider from whence we came.
If you don't stop. And find some pride in what you have on the hills you've already climbed. The effort to climb the rest of those hills is going to take a lot.
Climb every mountain,
ford every stream. Shout out Julie Andrews. She need to be one of them. Julie Andrews needs to be one of. We need to be Julie. We just both be her though, because she's such a she deserves to just be her own person right there.
We could be different characters.
Mary Poppins and Freudeline.
A spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down.
Medicine go down. Medicine go down.
And then the little bird in the back.
What did the bird do?
In the most delightful way.
Did somebody tickle the bird? Sorry.
And we're back.
And we're back.
All right. So that was just a short little discussion today about we just wanted to introduce to you
this principle to y'all.
Yeah, what we're talking about. We're gonna get into some good conversations in this season. But this really is, y'all, shout yourselves out.
Please do. Take a moment and really take a moment. Don't just be like, oh yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah, we got to stop doing that. We do that too much, y'all. We do that kind of like somebody wants to like shine a flashlight on our accomplishment, and we're like,
oh
no, just it's nothing. Oh no, it's something. If somebody else did it, you shout it out.
Or even instantly put it on someone else. Don't cancel me for saying this. But even when we be like, oh no, that's just God. Yes. And things that God gave to you.
And my work.
Because I think we're often given many things by God. We don't always do we don't always do something with it.
You got your gifts and talents every day.
Yeah. You got them all the time. Everybody out here has them from God. Everybody doesn't always work them. You worked them. And it's okay to be like, I took what God gave me and I worked it. That was me. Thanks. It's okay to do it. In fact, we insist on doing it. We're saying that it unlocks your joy to do it. We're saying you're going to get in a rut. You're going to get tired and resentful when you don't do it.
When you don't do it. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do it.
And it does it, do it. So
have some pride and gratification.
Okay. Yes, that. All right. So, pride in our achievements bolsters our self-esteem and motivation, while gratification from living in alignment with our values and passions brings a deep and lasting joy.
Joy.
Come on.
And pain.
Well, hear me now.
Sunshine.
Come on.
And rain.
They're not God's children.
It's so funny today. Your movements. If you're on the podcast, you're going to have to go to YouTube and watch because today you got to see these little movements over here. I love what we're doing. We're, like we've had things that people, we do little things celebrating our Joy Johns. Please join said community.
Yes.
And what we're going to be doing during this season is just kind of talking about people's proud moments. Let us join in with you.
And you all, this does not have to
pride.
I don't want you to I'm talking about the smallest thing. Mm-hmm. If you felt any level of pride for it, y'all, I washed my clothes this weekend and I've been meaning to do that for 2 months now. Mm-hmm. Send that right in. Mm-hmm. We gonna shout it out.
You lost 1 pound. One.
When I say that one, why don't we shout out the 1 pound?
We don't do nothing until it's about 10. I don't understand that.
Why don't we shout out the 1 pound?
You didn't lose 10 without losing 1. You had to lose 1 to lose 10. You can't lose 100 without losing 1. There's a moment where you lost 1 pound. I don't care if you lost 200 pounds. At what point you lost 1 pound?
The 1 pound is part of your gratification.
It sure is. It can propel you to keep on going to lose the rest.
Well,
if you celebrate.
Because if you don't lose that 1 pound, watch how quickly you eat that ho-ho. Don't
come for me right now. Don't do it.
Listen, you will abandon your entire diet and then gain.
Mm-hmm. But that 1 pound will let you know. Just
that 1 pound.
Hang in there. Come on.
Come on moving. Don't stop. Watch the hands of time. Listen. You think I'm playing? That 1 pound. 1 pound is meaningful. Keep on moving. Don't stop. No.
Who contributed to our proud moments?
We had so
This
many good,
week.
and I love the things that they shared.
Too.
Listen, I didn't. There was no provocation with this. This was just what you're proud of.
Yep.
So the first
love
person
that.
we got is T. Clark from Cambridge, Massachusetts. He said, "My ability to channel my inner Zen at all costs."
Teach us the way. Please show us the way to go.
Hey.
Tony, show us the way to go. I mean, what? You better be proud of that. I'm going to stay. You're not going to move me out of my Zen place. And you can tell by his, when he,
He's so,
his post, you'd be like, you better be, are you just emotional stable out here? Come on. You just going to emotionally stable man out here? Oh, okay.
And he exists in places where he can really be tested and pushed to a different
And
place.
chooses not to. Baby, you better be proud of that.
Black man?
Proud of that.
Okay.
I will hold steady right here while all this chaos is going on around me. What?
Be proud of it.
Be proud of that.
Mm-hmm.
Our homegirl, Blake, we call her Kaya.
Mm-hmm.
Which means never go back, which is awesome. She is proud of 30 days of sobriety.
Hold on a second. We're going to shout that out.
What? Imagine something that you have to have more than once a day and you go 30 whole days without it.
Let me tell you something. When you choose you, when you bet on you, when historically you haven't,
come on.
When you finally decide, I am worth it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of where I've been. I'm going to do something different. I don't care what it is. I don't care. And here's the thing too. Whatever the drug of choice.
Attention, sex, gossip. Folks got lots of things. We can get high and mighty. You know what I'm saying?
30 days?
30
when you
days.
used to do it several times a day?
Mm-hmm. When it's filled gaps. I mean, that's why we have addictions. They fill gaps for us, right? It's a maladaptive way of coping with something. For 30 a month.
30 days. And if you do it for 30 days, baby, you can do it forever.
Yeah, you've set a habit there.
Takes 21 days. She's
Get
past it.
She's past it.
Excellent.
You better be proud of that.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Jason H.
Jason.
It's just
Jason.
just my
Jesus.
my favorite little
Jason. 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 Doisson. Joisson.
croissant.
Joussoin. Jason is too plain.
You just spell it Jason, but you pronounce it in all these different
right.
ways. He said, this is going to make me cry. Starting and not quitting therapy and doing the work. Let me tell you something.
Do it.
We're going to pour out a little liquor in my mouth.
Pour out a little something. Doing the work, not sitting up in there.
We need to go through the sentence again.
Not sitting up in there. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this work because I see a better me.
Listen to this. I want you to pay attention to this sentence. Starting. Anything, listen, anything that is difficult, the most difficult part about it is starting the thing.
Day one.
Just deciding to move into the thing.
Is
just taking the first step, starting. He said, starting and not quitting.
Come on, somebody.
I could have set this down several times now.
Didn't.
I'm still in it.
Didn't.
Starting and not quitting therapy. Y'all, do you know how difficult it is for Black men to
To
consistently
go to a
choose
place. Mhm.
therapy.
And get to that level of vulnerability and then have to do the work. And remember, it's
And
not just
then-
about
Mhm.
sitting in that room. It's about when we're not sharing that space together, doing that work when you're not with your therapist. Amen. Ashe.
You better be proud.
You better be proud of that.
We're proud of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Carissa Jessica. I like that. I do. It's a lot of double S's, and I like it. I do. Making tough choices over the last year that keep me and my wellness, peace, and joy at the forefront. Everything's not perfect, but everything has also been a blessing.
That's a word right there.
Come on,
Listen,
Carissa Jessica.
every everything's not perfect,
That's good.
but everything has also been a.
But it's been a blessing. All that imperfection is also a blessing.
In fact, the imperfection is
Is
the
the blessing.
blessing.
But I love how she said some tough choices. We really, there are some things in life that kind of come along and we're like, yeah, A or B. A is obvious, right? And there's sometimes when we're not sure whether we should go A or go B, and we're afraid of the consequences on either place. Or we've been kind of stuck in a rut with A, and choosing B means doing something harder or trying something new, whatever it is, pushing us out of a comfort zone. But to do that knowing I'm going to choose me. I'm going to choose B because my wellness, my peace, and my joy are more important than my immediate comfort.
Because when we don't make that decision, y'all, it's the cost is too great for us to not prioritize ourselves.
Come on. Everything's not perfect, but everything has also been a blessing.
But it'll be a blessing to you
I love it.
when you stand on a thing.
I love it.
Yeah.
So thank you very much
Yeah.
for joining us on this journey to explore this profound connection between our pride and gratification and, of course, joy. That is our goal. Remember, it's not about the destination. It is about the journey and that sense of fulfillment we find along the way.
Yes. So that's it for today's episode of Add Joy. If you enjoyed this discussion, please be sure to subscribe. We cannot tell you how important this is. Press
Subscribe.
that subscribe button.
Subscribe now. Do it now.
I don't know what
Subscribe.
accent this is.
I said subscribe. What are you doing? What are you doing right now? I want you to put that phone, whatever you're doing with your phone right now, I want you to stop it.
Why did you go to
And I want
Russia
you- I
of
wanted you
all
to-
the accents?
To go to subscribe. Immediately. Subscribe to Enjoy. Do you enjoy or do you not?
And leave a review and share it with your friends and family.
Tell them to subscribe.
We'll be back with more episodes to inspire and explore the paths to a joyful life. A spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down.
And gratifying.
The medicine go down.
With pride.
Medicine go down.
Gratifying.